What's up, folks? It's an historic goddamn day. El Salvador officially has Bitcoin as a national currency. So I actually want to talk about what's happening with Bitcoin right now, along with what's coming up with Bitcoin. Before I do, as always, I update my spreadsheet. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on YouTube that I thought would crush it in this bull cycle. If you invested $100 into each one when I released my videos and you're still holding those bags, you'd be sitting on $56,400. And in your $2,600 investment, you're sitting on 59 grand. Now, a lot of coins have had a small retracement so far this morning. That's in large part down to Bitcoin having a retracement. Phantom, however, has absolutely crushed it. It's currently up 324x. And there's no coincidence that I did a whole Udemy course on Phantom saying it was the best investment of the year, and bloody hell was I right. I'm buzzing about that. I've held every single one of these coins at one point or another, closed positions on all of them in profit, bar Grin sucked. And I've reinvested all that money into new cryptos. My portfolio has been, well, if you want to see my portfolio, click on the link in the description for copy my crypto. I've built a portfolio with a brand new set of coins designed to make maximum gains in this bull cycle. The way it's been built allows me and anyone that's copying to take some risks because the gains are so good. It means small, short-term, medium-term investments can be made, obviously long-term as well because it's crypto. You've got to think long-term. But the gains have been unrelenting. So if you want to be a part of that, click the link in the description. Right. So, yeah, as you can see, Phantom's trending and a big gainer. So I talked about yesterday the sort of how big a moment it is for crypto in terms of, you know, this is the biggest adoption story ever for crypto because it's a country making it a national currency. It's phenomenal. They ended up buying $20 million worth of, like the El Salvador country bought $20 million worth of Bitcoin last night. Bitcoin had a good little price rise, actually peaked up at like 52,900. But we are seeing a fairly significant retracement. Not significant, but this half-hour candle, as you can see, it dropped from 52,348 all the way down to 52,500 and it's continued that trend. So it's about $800 drop in half an hour. Now that isn't overly concerning at all. You got to bear in mind the American markets are opening up fairly well. The American markets will be opening up. This actually looks like a tactical shorting of the market, but I expect this is in preparation for a lot of longs coming in over when the markets open. Now, it could be a case of buy the rumor, sell the news, and this could be the start of a little bit of a sell-off now that El Salvador officially have Bitcoin as a currency. So it could be a sell the news event. Seems unlikely. There's so much momentum behind crypto at the moment. Even, you know, bar Forbes, because Forbes suck. Like, let's be honest. They're the most miserable with regards to crypto anywhere. So they'll put out some negative one. There you go. Oh no, that's from 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I guarantee you they'll put out some sort of negative story about crypto within the next day or so. But there you go. JP Morgan warns crypto markets looking bubbly again. There you go. So today, didn't take long. But all in, most people are very bullish at the moment. So we've got stories about Mike McClone, who works at Bloomberg, and Bloomberg Intelligence has said further dramatic gains in the crypto market are now the path of least resistance, with 100 grand per Bitcoin and 5 grand per Ether. Now, I think you've massively underestimated Ether there, but he's saying that the reason for this huge, this pump that we do, I think a lot of us all think is coming in, is because the market survived quite a mid-cycle correction. You notice that Bitcoin's actually risen by 71% from this year. Ethereum, however, 415%. So his Ethereum prediction is rather underwhelming, and I'm sure it's a case of trying to avoid being wrong. But Bitcoin, I agree with 100k. I think to be honest, 130, 140 would be the max, I would say. But I think there'll be a huge resistance level at 100k anyway. Ethereum, I think 5k there'll be a resistance level, but I think I'll blast through it. Now, why is it exciting as well is Bitcoin, 53k, it obviously neared overnight. It hit 42,900 and something. 52,900 something. But the golden cross is coming up. Now that's a big moment. So if you can see this chart, this is the 200-day moving average versus the 50-day moving average. In fact, to be honest, I can just change this and sort it out. And there we go, moving average. And we'll add in a 50-day. But what we'll see is how close we're getting to this golden cross. Now, this is your sort of reverse of your death cross. If we zoom out a little bit, Jesus. Now, where is that? There we go. That's because I'm on the 30-minute. I was wondering why it looked weird. So, yeah, as you can see, the 50-day, we are really close, really close to this bit crossing. That's going to take maybe a couple of days, 3 days, 4 days. That is your opposite of your death cross. That is a moment where when the 50-day breaks through, it tends to be a moment of a huge bullish moment in terms of the market, and it tends to be the thing that leads to fairly impressive pumps. If you see, this is the last time we broke through, when the 50-day broke through the 200-day, and it led to, and that was in May of last year, 20th of May, ended up leading to this run that just continued and continued and continued all the way up to obviously the most recent all-time high. So this should be a really big moment for crypto, well, for the market again. Doesn't mean it'll happen on the day, like the day that they cross. It doesn't mean there's going to be like a 50% pump or anything, but it should push Bitcoin to higher highs, which pushes altcoins to higher highs. And this golden cross is a hugely long-term bullish indicator. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the market reacts to that. Also, Glassnode commented that it appears institutions are driving the momentum again. On-chain transaction volumes are showing continued growth in dominance by large institutional-sized capital. To point that out, I think there was a long on Bitcoin at 51,400 this morning, and it was like an $8 million Bitcoin long at 51,400. So people are feeling bullish on Bitcoin. There's no doubt about it. And presuming that they had a decent, a small, margin in terms of like leverage. But Bitcoin's certainly having some small retracement this morning. But this momentum is lifting the altcoin market without a shadow of a doubt. We are actually at the highest, or round about the highest market cap we've had since May. May was obviously 2.5 trillion. So we're on about 2.3 now. Obviously, CoinMarketCap tends to have some missing. CoinGecko will say different things. yeah, it's looking very, very bullish. And to be honest, like I said, this kind of thing, this screams to me that we're seeing a lot of people short in the market in anticipation of the US markets opening, and then I think we'll see a lot of longs. And I think this sort of dip to some degree will be recovered today. Even if it's not today, it will be recovered within a couple of days. But yeah, because we're still well above the 200-day moving average. The 50-day is going to have to, the 50-day moving average is about to cross. Hugely bullish. And fundamentally, guys, as well, it's just a brilliant story. A country has adopted a crypto as its national currency. That's huge. That is huge. I didn't think we'd see that this time, like this bull cycle. You know, if you'd have spoke to me a year ago, there was no way I would have thought a country would adopt. And you would predict it would be potentially Venezuela, El Salvador. You'd predict one of the more economically struggling countries, but to see it happen, a marvelous moment. But yeah, so we'll see how the day plays out. We will see. But it's looking really, really bullish at the moment. So even with retracements today, I still think we'll see it recover within a couple of days, even today maybe. But, you know, I don't expect it to drop below sort of 50,000, I'd say 50,200. We'll keep making higher lows on Bitcoin. And that's the important thing. If it's continued higher lows, looking good. It's that simple. So yeah, let's see how it plays out, guys. If you're new to crypto, by the way, check out a copy of my crypto. I've built my portfolio that's been making massive gains, and it's because I built the portfolio in the way I have, so that I ensure the gains continue. You know, and I do my bloody research on these coins so that I know, right? There's a reason Phantom was my pick for the year, and there's no coincidence that it's outperforming everything else. So if you want to be a part of the gains, click the link in the description. All right, have a good day, guys.